Attention everyone! We're diving into a crucial topic that impacts security-based swap dealers, SBSDs, and their registration process. But here's where it gets controversial. The de minimis exception, a temporary measure, is about to expire, and it's causing quite a stir. The phase-in termination date for the de minimis exception. As of October 29, 2025, in Washington, D.C., SBSDs are required to register with the Commission and adhere to its regulations if their security-based swap, SBS, dealing activity exceeds a certain threshold over the preceding 12 months. Currently, this de minimis exception is in a phase-in period, temporarily raising the thresholds for two categories of security-based swaps. The phase-in period is set to end on November 8, 2026, which means the 12-month look-back period for the lower thresholds of $3 billion for credit default swaps, CDSers, and $150 million for non-CDSs will kick in as early as November 8, 2025. The Commission staff has begun preparing a report, as mandated by the rules, to analyze these de minimis thresholds using SBS transaction data. However, during a lapse in appropriations, the staff's work on this report is halted. The Commission's rule also states that after reviewing this report and considering public comments, they may propose rules to adjust these thresholds and the phase-in termination date. Once the current funding lapse is resolved, I will instruct the staff to assess whether a delay in the phase-in termination date is necessary or appropriate. This assessment will ensure that the look-back period for the $3 billion and $150 million thresholds doesn't take effect before the Commission has had a chance to thoroughly review the staff's report and the public's feedback. During this funding lapse, the staff's ability to address pending or upcoming matters is limited. However, if market participants have specific concerns about how the de minimis exception or the end of the phase-in period might affect their operations, they can reach out via email to tmemergency@sec.gov. 1. For CDSers, the de minimis threshold is an aggregate gross notional amount of no more than $3 billion, with a phase-in level of $8 billion. For non-CDS security-based swaps, the de minimis threshold is $150 million, with a phase-in level of $400 million. Last reviewed or updated, October 29, 2025. So, what do you think? Is this phase-in termination date a necessary step towards more stringent regulations, or does it impose unnecessary burdens on SBSDs? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.